Indian Nation Athletic Commission, and we are really excited to once again be putting on fights here at Turning Stone. We want to welcome our partners, Golden Boy, for putting together a fantastic card, and we're looking for a great night of fights. So, welcome. With that, I am going to hand the microphone over to Mr. Bill Rossi. He's going to go through some rules meeting information, and then he's going to hand the microphone over to Charlie Fitch, who's one of our referees, who's going to go over some of the rules. And it's going to take just a few minutes, and then we'll hand the microphone off to Golden Boy, and we will begin the weigh-ins. So with that, I'm going to hand the phone to our Chief Inspector, Mr. Bill Rossi.
Thank you. A couple of things for the main event and co-main event. We're going to do a rules meeting, glove selection right after the weigh-in. All right, so once we get through the whole card, right at one of the tables up here in the corner, we'll do the rules meeting. So make sure the corners stick around, Chief Seconds, for the co-main event and the main event. Report times. Matter of fact, just give me 1 second here. Heidi or Jim, I know we moved our start time. So report time for the undercard fights, 5:15. 5:15, if you are on the undercard, not on TV, please show up in the arena for urinalysis. So if you have to go, please wait until you get there so we can get you processed, do the urine test, get you to the dressing room. So that's 5:15 for the undercard and 8 o'clock for the main event and co-main event, 8 p.m. All right, their inspectors will be there to receive you when you come in. They're looking out for the safety of the fighters just like you are, so please work with them. We feel that these guys are the best in the business, as good as anybody else, let's put it that way. So we'll work with you, you work with us. We'll look to protect the fighters. And with that, I'll turn it over to one of our referees tomorrow night, Mr. Charlie Fitch.
Thank you. Okay, the rules we're using for tomorrow night's fights are the Association of Boxing Commission rules. So there's no saving by the bell in any round, including that last and final round. 3 knockdown rules not in effect, so a fighter could go down 3 or more times in a round. It's going to be at the referee's discretion whether to stop the fight or allow it to continue. When the fighters are boxing on the inside, be careful to avoid the headbutts. Do not want to see any punches to the back. No punches behind the head to the neck area. Protective cup should be low enough so that we can see the fighter's navel. Punches that land on that belt line are okay. Punches landing below the belt line will be ruled a low blow. When the fighters come into the ring to the start of the fight, the referee will check where the fighter's cup is before the fighters come to ring center. If the fighters get tied up in a clinch, we want to see the fighters work out of the clinch on their own. If the fighters aren't able to work out of that clinch, you're going to hear the referee say break. Once the referee says break, stop punching, take a full step back, make it a clean break. You score a knockdown of your opponent, go to that furthest neutral corner, remain in that corner until you see the referee motioning for the fighting to resume. Remember to protect yourself at all times, make it a clean fight, respect the rules of boxing. Tomorrow night, the other referees and I will go over the rules again in the dressing room, so if you got any questions or concerns, that'll be the time to bring it to our attention. Good luck to everybody. I'll see you tomorrow night.
Great. Thank you, Charlie. And on behalf of Turning Stone, we'd like to welcome you out to the official weigh-in. 2 world titles on the line tomorrow night, featured live on HBO's World Championship Boxing. All bouts brought to you by Oscar de la Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions, with our sponsors, the official title sponsor, Tecate, the official beer of boxing, and Casa Mexico Tequila. It's in the taste. We're going to start with our co-main event tomorrow night. This is a WBC Super Bantamweight Championship, 12 rounds featured, with a challenger, Azat Hovhannisyan, and defending champion, undefeated, Ray Vargas. And the fighters can go ahead and come up. If you see the colors behind me, we have blue for the blue corner and red for the red corner, of course. So let's go ahead and welcome up to the stage. He's 14-2 with 11 knockouts. He goes by Crazy A. Ladies and gentlemen, Azat And this bout again presented by Oscar De La Hoya's Golden Boy Promotions in association with Promociones del Pueblo. Hovhanessian first on the scale. 122 is the limit. Hovhanessian 121. And now, ladies and gentlemen, here's the reigning undefeated WBC Super Bantamweight World Champion. Please welcome from Otumba, Mexico, Rey Vargas. Vargas 120 even, 120. Again, 12 rounds for the WBC Super Bantamweight World Title. Golden Boy Promotions in association with Promociones del Pueblo. Azat Hovhanessian and reigning champ Rey Vargas puts his undefeated record on the line in this title defense from Turning Stone, Verona, New York. And our thanks again to our official sponsors, Tecate, the official beer of boxing, and Casa Mexico Tequila, it's in the taste. Thank you, gentlemen. Good luck. How about one more hand for our first world title fight tomorrow night, featured live on HBO's World Championship Boxing. That bout will go off at about 10 p.m. on the East Coast. Card begins tomorrow night around 7:15. Doors will open up at 5:30. If you don't have tickets yet, please be sure to stop by the box office before you head your way after today's official weigh-ins. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we'll move on to our main event tomorrow night. This is a 12-round WBO Junior Middleweight World Championship. First, welcoming to the stage, the challenger from Tijuana, Baja California, Mexico. Ladies and gentlemen, on my left is El Destructor, Jaime Munguia. Munguia, 28-0 with 24 knockouts from Tijuana. And his opponent tomorrow night, the reigning WBO Junior Middleweight Champion, 26-1, 14 knockouts from Brooklyn, New York, the World Kid, Sadam Ali. Munguia first on the scale. $152 3/4, 152 3/4 for the challenger, undefeated Jaime Munguia. Limit is 154. And he's getting set to go, ladies and gentlemen. He is your reigning, defending WBO Junior Middleweight World Champion from Brooklyn, New York. 27 bouts, 26 wins, 14 KOs, the World Kid, Sadam Ali. $153 for the champ, 153. Gully Rincon, you will be next. There you go, fight fans. Get those cameras out. Main event tomorrow night. Jaime Munguia, Sadam Ali. WBO Junior Middleweight Crown. Brooklyn Sadam Ali looking to defend. And undefeated KO artist Jaime Munguia. El Destructor, the challenger. Looking to take the belt back to Mexico. Again, that bout featured on HBO's World Championship Boxing, a night of world titles for Golden Boy Promotions. Our thanks again to Tecate and Casa Mexico, our title sponsors for tomorrow night's World Championship Boxing, featured live on HBO. All right, we're going to drop down to our pre-fights. These will be streamed live worldwide. It's a 4-round super lightweight with Killeen, Texas's own Corey Gully. Coming out of the blue corner, he's taking on undefeated Dallas Texan George Rincon. Here he is, ladies and gentlemen, from Killeen, Texas, his 6th professional bout tomorrow night. He is the warrior, Corey Gully. And no problem for Gully, 138 and 1/2, 138 and a half for Corey Gully from Killeen, Texas. Here's the undefeated 3-0, George Rincon of Dallas, Texas. $140 for George Rincon, 140. Olguin Rivers. And again, this bout will be streamed live worldwide on ringtv.com. You can catch all the action tomorrow night, kicking off at about 9 p.m. on the East Coast. And then moving on to the 10 p.m. co-main and main event on HBO World Championship Boxing from Turning Stone here in New York. Corey Gully, Killeen, Texas, a battle for the big state. George Rincon puts his undefeated record on the line. It's Dallas taking on Killeen tomorrow night here at Turning Stone. Thank you, gentlemen. We'll see you tomorrow inside the ring. And this will be our first stream bout, Ring TV Live. You can catch the action, ringtv.com. Fighting out of the blue corner, ladies and gentlemen, from Guadalajara, Jalisco, Mexico, Diul Holguin. And his opponent from Palmer Park, Maryland, the Kraken, Kevin Rivers. All right, first on the scale from Guadalajara, Diul Holguin. For Holguin, his 24th professional appearance inside the ring. 11 wins with 9 knockouts. Holguin 124 and 3/4. His opponent 14-1 with 10 knockouts. Again from Palmer Park, Maryland. He is the Kraken, Kevin Rivers. 6-round featherweights. Ringtv.com. Catch the action tomorrow night. Either live here at Turning Stone or you can log on. Rivers 125 and 1/4. Santiago Vanas. Next, please. And here we go, ladies and gentlemen, 4 rounds heavyweights. Ray Santiago, Albany, New York. Alex Vaness from Carmel, New York. First on the scale, Albany's babyface assassin, Ray Santiago. $233.5 for Ray Santiago. And from Carmel, New York, ladies and gentlemen, here is lights out Alex Vaness, 3-0 with 3 knockouts. $203, 3/4. Oh, pardon me. 200 3/4. 200 3/4. Luis Vargas, you will be next. And we will stay in the heavyweight division for this bout. It'll be our second bout on the card tomorrow night. 4-round heavyweights from Niagara Falls, New York. Big baby Damian Lewis. He takes on Lights Out Luis Azucar Vargas. Vargas from Syracuse by way of Morovis, Puerto Rico. First up will be Niagara Falls, Damian Lewis. His 9th professional fight tomorrow night. Goes by Big Baby. 224 and 1/2 for Big Baby Damian Lewis. His opponent 2-0 with 2 knockouts. It's Syracuse, New York's Lights Out Luis Azucar Vargas. Vargason, Gabriel, you will be our final weigh-in this afternoon. Lewis and Vargas, 4-round heavyweights. $203, 1/4. 203 and a quarter, Luis Vargas. Damian Big Baby Lewis, Lights Out Luis Azucar Vargas. 4-round heavyweights, bout 2 tomorrow night here at Turning Stone. Again, doors kick open at 5:30. First bout 7:15. You can expect these guys in the ring about 7:35, 7:40 p.m. on the East Coast. Our first bout show opener scheduled for 7:15 tomorrow. 4-round cruiserweights with the Viking Brad Vargason out of Auburn, New York. He makes his professional debut against Syracuse, New York's Lawrence Gabriel, Dancing with Wolves. All right, first up, Vargason, the Viking, Auburn, New York. $194, Brad Vargason, the Viking. And this will be the last time you'll hear it, but here is Dancing with Wolves, Lawrence Gabriel, Syracuse, New York. Unofficial nickname. It will not last past this weigh-in. $198 and 1/2 for Lawrence Gabriel. Four rounds, cruiserweights. Again, the Viking Brad Vargason out of Auburn, New York, makes his professional debut against Syracuse, New York's Lawrence Gabriel. Gabriel 1-1-1 as a professional. This will be your show opener tomorrow night here at Turning Stone. 7:15 p.m. kicking off. Follow Brad Vargason on Facebook for a live stream of this fight. Thank you, guys, and that's our official weigh-in today, folks. We thank you for joining us. On behalf of Golden Boy Promotions, Tecate, the official beer of boxing, and Casa Mexico Tequila, reminding you to join us tomorrow night for HBO's World Championship Boxing from Verona, New York. Have a good rest of your day, and we'll see you tomorrow.